All right, we're back. Pumpernickel podcast. We were off Wednesday, so we're redoing this for today's Saturday. So I'm assuming it'll be up by like Monday. So
whenever we put it up.
Whenever the hell we decide to put it up and build that website. Looking at me. There's not too much going on. Oh no, sorry, I'm tripping. All right, so it's the usual group. It's Black Mike, White Mike, Eddie, Nate, and me, Elvin, and then we have a guest, aka co-star this time, like out of 5 co-stars.
The return of
Eric Rafour, aka Mr. Reaver, aka Powerline, from a Goofy movie.
God damn.
AKA Eric X.
Eric X. And
that's the real one.
Yeah. Type in the podcast.
Cool.
But I'm gonna pop this week off with what I almost discussed before the podcast started, but got a little bit into. Can somebody out on the internet explain to me why are macadamia nuts so fucking expensive?
Maybe they're hand-shelled, like individual.
But cashews are hand-shelled.
Maybe these are
cashews are poisonous. Like the fruit itself is poisonous, but you have to cook like the outside of the husk and all this other stuff to get it off. And you think, and those are expensive, but those don't even touch macadamia.
Well, where do we get macadamia nuts from?
That's my next question.
That's actually the question. I don't know where they come from.
I think it's Hawaii.
Is it specifically?
Is it Hawaii? Because if it's Hawaii, I can see why
the
it's
container
expensive.
nuts, the container that you get, like the ones that have like a Hawaiian flower. I think the flower that you only see in Hawaii on the front one. All of this is made up.
Well, we got technology.
That's part of the podcast.
We can Google this.
Yeah. Yeah, we might as well be Fox News, bro. The amount of fake facts that pop up on this show, at least the amount of not true. Yeah, see, facts. Yeah, see it in all fairness.
At least we're honest about the fact that
this is the word. This is the
don't take
podcast
anything
in the history of podcast.
Don't take anything for it to be true on this podcast. Like,
right? Yeah. Don't assume that what we say.
Well, this isn't the tagline that we're all full of shit.
Yeah. 0.1% facts by volume.
Yeah.
It's actually not a nut, it's a seed.
It's a seed?
Yes.
That's a big ass seed.
It's a big ass seed.
There's your answer.
Right.
That's why they're expensive.
Jack
really?
Seeds.
Are
they from Hawaii? Is that where they're coming
It
from?
says macadamia is a genus of 4 species indigenous to Australia.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
So that makes sense. All the transportation costs.
Yeah, well, you added the fucking transportation costs.
There's no Mexicans to pick them down there.
Instead of having like a weed farm, we have
macadamia farm.
What?
Bring it here.
Is it an invasive species?
That's true, Kate.
I'm about to say.
Is it an invasive species?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. You know how
hilarious it would be like instead of like because we have like kudzu in Georgia, is just macadamia just growing everywhere.
I mean, because that's the shit. Like you can't bring like certain meats and certain seeds, across the border just because the FDA and the whoever it is profiting from it.
I almost got arrested in Mexico because I brought an apple. And the dude like stopped me because I didn't even know I brought it. I guess I threw it in the bag or something and didn't think about it. And he was at the front like, do you have any fruits or anything that we should watch out for? And I was like, no, we're good. Tallest Mexican I've ever seen in my life comes out of nowhere and looks down at me. And it's just like, did you bring any seeds or nuts? I was like, I don't think so. And it was just like, and then my mom actually, because she was with me on the trip, was just like, yeah, there's an apple in there. And I was like, oh, fuck. I almost died at the border over a fucking chiquita fruit.
All I got is apple filled with heroin, nothing else.
Right, yeah. He's like, the heroin's good, but did you bring fruit?
No.
It
Yeah.
takes 7 to 10 years for the tree to produce.
That's like an avocado, bro.
That's why it's expensive as fuck.
Speed the fuck up.
I know.
7 to 10 years.
Oh, wait, like agave. That's just like agave.
That's basically like a 10-year. Yeah, like
that is like agave.
Avocados are like that too.
Are they?
Yeah, dude, that's
I thought like avocados was like a year.
That's why
No.
guac is extra.
Yep.
especially now that the border is whole situation thing,
I heard this comedian say, I just want to be rich enough to not have to think twice about getting guac and Chipotle. That's the kind of rich I want to be, to not have to worry about it. I'm going to break the bank. Yeah, exactly.
Not a second thought about it.
Not a second
It's
thought.
funny, because back in college, I'd be like,
I can't
gotta
do
make
that.
these economic decisions, but I'm just
Yes. Now you said, man, give me double guac. I don't give a fuck.
Mike and I were joking about like back when we were in college, we go to like Choo Choo's, and you know how they had that like ribeye steak bowl?
Choo-choo's had ribeye steak?
Yeah, it was like $10.
Whoa.
I was on the budget menu, bro. I only look at the first
Nigga, the whole menu at Choo Choo's is budget.
It was like what, $10.75?
yeah, chicken bowl's like $5. The ribeye was like $8, and I'd be like,
Never mind, I
can't
do
live
remember.
with this.
Yeah, you're right though. The ribeye was extra. And I was like,
I don't know.
No, I'd walk in there and I'd be like, $8, fuck yeah, that's cheap.
I
right.
haven't had Choo-choo's in a while.
We can make a trip.
I am actually down. No, not for the choo-choos. I'll make a trip for the farmers market.
All right. We should. We can do it tomorrow.
Just to elaborate, pineapple is also weird as shit. It only grows one pineapple per plant.
Yep, and it grows on the top of the plant.
Which is super.
Yeah, at the very top.
Yeah, it looks like a azalea bush, and on top of it is just like a massive.
It's like a microphone. Like you walk up and do a James Dean. You just like walk up and. That shit is hilarious.
Wait, isn't that the sausage? James Dean?
Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean.
Welcome to the podcast.
Jimmy Dean James.
James Dean sausage.
One of them was a rebel.
That's the more mature
Y'all
version.
never had that James Dean sausage? No. This guy here, motherfucker.
Way too mature.
Yeah, that's it. The sausage is aged like a garbage.
Rebel sausage.
Rebel sausage.
For the rebel.
But that's a good.
For the inner rebel.
But yeah, that explains a lot. Then my life's quest has come to a screeching halt now. Like trying to figure out.
Are you satisfied now?
I'm completely satisfied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Australia's a trip, bro.
Yeah.
22 hours.
It's a day to get down there, but the thing is, like, time difference. I think it's, 12 hours behind?
Yes.
Yeah, but the toilet spins backwards.
That's true.
Worth it.
They flush, yeah.
It feels like if you make a trip down there, your next trip back up has to be at least 6 months or more. Like, I ain't making that trip for a week and then coming back up a week later and fuck my whole system up entirely. Like, if I'm going down there, I'm staying down there for a good minute.
Well, good luck, nigga, because was it like 70% of the world's poisonous shit is in Australia?
Yes.
That's probably what makes it even more dangerous to cultivate this macadamia nut.
That's
Because everything.
And you're out there like dodging fucking spiders and shit? No.
Yeah, it's a spider garden in front of it.
Like, here at the
I guess I'm not
Harry
harvesting
Potter
today.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Today. It's like, fuck, still not right. You walk up into this giant ass spider touching the plant, like, not yet. Like, oh, okay, I'll be
Dude,
back.
it rains spiders. Have you ever seen those videos of like?
Oh, because they come out of the or they use for transportation. They like fly. Or
Right,
float.
and there's so many of them that like it literally is like rain. Like they're
Yeah.
droplets of spiders that are
Wait,
falling.
they're dropping spiders out of the airplane?
Oh, no.
No.
Like a cargo, like a cargo container.
Spider bomb.
Spider bomb.
Like Spider-Man, what the fuck you doing, man?
Release the payload and it's time. We should have done that in Iraq. Why are we hurting people in Iraq? We could just release spiders on. Think about it.
Well,
How do you transport them over there? Do you big like 3x3 creative spiders?
Just picking them up like tweezers one by one. That's what happened for a bunch
did
of
you guys
guys.
know there was an experimental bomb in World War II called a bat bomb?
Was it for bats?
Yes.
Yeah, you
it was
told
a
me
I
bomb.
heard of the pigeon one.
Yeah, and the pigeon one, that was like a guidance one.
Yeah.
But there was a bat bomb.
Yeah.
There was a bat bomb where it was a bomb that had a bunch of bats in it, and it would release above a certain altitude, and all these bats had these like tiny incendiary grenades on their
Actually, yeah,
ankle.
I do know.
And it was for Japan, because Japan, everything was made of like straw, you know.
Oh,
the huts.
God.
So the bats would just go up there, and after a certain time, just
That's like the end of Accepted
yeah,
or Wanted when they had those rats with the peanut butter on them.
yeah. Yeah. It never happened though. It was an experiment.
That man's mind is an enigma. It's like the rest of the peanut butter. Yay!
I connected those dots.
That was nice. That was
Like
nice.
that, huh?
Connect.
Speaking of a fucking enigma, I took time out of my day this morning to try and teach someone how to ride a bicycle.
How old was this person?
She's in her 20s somewhere, I think.
Let me explain to you that this person isn't a normal person.
The thing that
I'm gonna
Mike
cut
does
you.
the
I'm gonna
whole-
cut you off because
Is this person named Eduardo by chance?
no. This person is. So there's people. We know that people generally don't make the smartest decisions, right? We were talking about this last time. The general population isn't
Yeah.
100% the brightest, right?
Go on.
Well, this individual, I put below most of the general population
That's pretty low.
in terms of their logic and life skills.
That's pretty low.
Just in life skills in general. You know what I mean? Like,
Do you know what average is?
well, I'm just saying, in life skills, like,
Okay,
in like the
yeah.
way
Oh,
that
okay.
you treat other people socially,
Because average is
the
dumb.
way you interact with
I
people.
already
Like,
know where this story going.
I'm just saying, like, I don't walk up to you and like rub my hand in your face without even saying
Wait,
hello.
what? Are you serious?
I'm dead serious, dude. I was sitting at work the other day, and this person walks up to me with a little like Christmas spear, and like without saying a damn thing, I'm sitting there working. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, I just want to see if the glitter from the ornament's gonna stick to your face. I'm like, of course it's gonna stick to my fucking face. You're rubbing it on my face. She's like, well, I want to rub it on my face. I was like, then why didn't you rub it on your face? See what I mean?
Too much.
This sounds made up.
No, this is Mike. Am I making this up?
That's true.
This is true.
Is he works with you guys?
Huh?
Is he works with y'all?
Yes, well, doesn't work with me directly. He works with Mike.
She won't listen to the podcast.
So to put this into perspective, I visit Eddie and Mike's work once a week when I feel like it, and I eat lunch with them and some of their coworkers, and this other individual also eats lunch with them. And so my experience with this person isn't in a working manner. I spend like maybe an hour, if that, a week in their company, and that's it.
Oh shit, that's who you were teaching me?
Yes.
I know,
all of the dots are slowly connecting across the group. So anyway, I was thinking about this shit today, and I was just like, one, you got to have a lot of patience to teach someone how to ride a bike. Just period, regardless of like how
Stupid.
yes, how stupid they might be. And two, I don't ever plan on teaching kids, so I'm glad I got this like little like life tidbit checked off my bucket list. But never again.
Never helping anyone ever again.
There it is. And then I initially said I was going to teach her how to ride a bike, and then I interacted with her for a couple of months and said, no. You know
Well,
what?
I mean,
It's
like-
going to be a hard patch.
Why does she want to know this now?
And why is she asking you?
Yeah, like
Is he trying to smash?
No, that is
Maybe-
not the goal.
Maybe not for
she is
you,
trying
but
to smash one of them.
No, no.
One of them she's trying to take the soul out of. I'll let you figure it out.
Mike?
No.
Got something you want to say?
Don't call it.
I think she wants some of that Mexican burrito.
No.
She don't want the Mexican burrito, but she wants some of that Viking loving. Some of that.
No,
Darn,
she's just-
darn,
she's
darn.
She wants some of that Torbjorn. Nah, that's fucked up.
No, but I mean, it's just odd, you know. Like, you meet lots of people. You meet lots of people in college. You meet people working, and like, I've never met a person who didn't at least respect a person, like a personal space. You know, who just didn't have the concept of like,
I've met people
Well,
like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I was,
Culturally, it's different.
yeah, I was, well, one, culturally, that's a very important point.
Yeah.
Culturally is different. but,
Culturally,
like,
Yeah.
she's
there are
different.
a lot of people who don't understand how to interact with other human beings on a like base level, like social aspect, and like it's very like few and far between, especially where we are. But it's like there are those people that out there that exist, and you're like, those people don't really exist, and then you bump into them, and you're like, fuck.
no, it's true. I didn't think it, like, because you know, it's just so logical that like people, you know, you keep your hands to yourself. Something I've heard ever since I was a kid. Even with like my parents who aren't American.
Respect personal space.
Yeah, they're just like, you don't go messing with people, you know. But yeah,
And if you're like I said, like all of that is cultural too, because it's proximity is even cultural. I've heard from people who aren't from the U.S. that
I don't think it's a
we
cultural
have
thing
a
over there.
bigger personal space bubble than other
We
countries.
do.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like,
true. But
yeah.
even then,
Except for the bus.
Yeah, the bus is the only place
No,
where
it's
you
like-
can encroach
yeah,
on
subway.
that.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, like that's
You
just
still try to keep a little bit of something around you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like,
I don't know. It feels weird because I've had this conversation with Nate. People, I don't know what it is about my personality, but it feels like people act differently around me than they do with other people. Like I was telling either Nate or somebody else, like I was at Walgreens a while back, and like this is like 2-3 years. This is like 3-4 years ago, so it's been a while. But I was just like standing in line grabbing stuff, and I was on my way out, and this girl stops me and is like, "Can you give me a ride home?" Don't know this girl, and that's what the funny part is. It's not weird to me because weird shit like that happens to me all the time. Like people have asked me for rides before that I don't even know. This is a safety concern also because the height and size between me and this girl is tremendous. Like I'm like a foot taller than this girl, and easily weigh 2
Wait,
times
this
this
is like-
girl. Huh?
An adult? Or?
She was an adult. Yeah,
It
she
wasn't a small child.
she wasn't old or anything.
No,
She was
it's-
like in her
I've lost my way.
she was like in her mid-20s.
Transport me back to my mother.
So I was just like, I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't in a rush to head where I was headed. It was the weekend, so I was chilling, and so I was just like, fuck it, I'll do it where you headed. And so she was just like, oh, just take keys. I know you gotta
Yeah.
be careful. I know that's not a safe thing to do inherently, and it's especially not safe for her.
even with a girl that you know you're a foot taller or even like outweigh her,
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Except for
today's.
not too
But
big.
her and I got to talking, and like she was just like explaining where she came from. She came from Michigan, blah blah blah. Like she left a lot of family and stuff down there to come down here, and so she's just trying to see if she can make it down here, blah blah blah. But anyway, long story short, like she was like 3 miles down the road. I dropped her off and everything. This is midday. Also, I might add, I probably would have been less likely to do it at night. But it was just like I took her back, blah blah blah, and then like I stopped her before I took her out, and she was just like, I was just like, what made you ask me that in the first place? And she was like, I don't know, you just seemed like a nice person, and that was it. And I was in our interaction, and so it's like I don't know what it is about my personality necessarily, but it feels like weird shit like that happens to me a lot, where somebody will stop me because they think that I'm the person that will do something that they would never ask anybody else to do.
I think it's a combination of things. One, you got one of them faces that's just like,
He gonna kill me.
Yeah, you inspire like
Smart brother.
yeah.
you're non-threatening. You know,
Yeah, you got
I look
one-
at you and you're like, that's a nice guy.
I don't know if I like that though. Like I don't want to be threatening, but I don't want to be like this nigga pussy. Like you, cause that's scary. That's scary. For even if it's in the future, knock on wood, pray it never happen. You get incarcerated. You don't want to be the nigga that everybody look at. I don't know if I can take these niggas, but I can take that nigga. And then lean over everybody else and give you that point from above. Like I can take that guy. And I'm in the middle of a bowl of oatmeal, like looking around, like why me?
Or they just stay out of prison, man.
That's true.
Just that's easy.
That's why I
fix.
feel like if I ever got incarcerated, I would immediately I would get 5 more years off rip because I gotta stab somebody in the esophagus, nigga. Like you have a choice.
I mean, yeah, you do because you
You have
like
a choice.
you look like a nice
And I don't
guy.
want to stab anybody. I'm stabbing a guard in the neck. I'm going away for a long time. Like because it's like, man, look, y'all can't even be around me. I might get ISO because I'm stabbing this bitch in the esophagus.
That might be equally as bad.
ISO is worse. I've heard from people like
Yeah,
stories
being
about
alone in
people who have
solitary,
been
yeah.
inside of it where it's like they would rather be in Gen Top than in ISO because ISO is
That would fuck your
psychotic.
mind up, man.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
very bad. It's terrible for you.
There's some people who've been in there for like over 20 years.
Yo, yeah, that have been in ISO. Imagine how it felt that year after you graduated from college and you didn't have a job.
Ugh.
How fucking terrible that shit felt when you didn't have any money, but you're smart, so you don't have anything to expand your mind on, so you can't do anything.
Oh my God, beyond that, like,
Yeah.
you can't talk, interact with anyone.
And yeah, take that a step further and not have any interaction. The people that you love and care about don't know you're in there. The world is going on around you, and you're just in this free fall.
And you got no windows.
Yeah.
And
You're
you
in
have
the
no
dark
windows.
all day, like a
Yeah.
bat.
Some are dark. Some have light, but I don't even know which one of those.
I think that'd
have to
be
take.
worse. I don't know. Like it's
I might rather have
Yeah.
darkness.
having
Yeah.
like fluorescent light just on all the time. Like I don't know.
I watched
that
it
shit.
was like a documentary or something. It was on like the most dangerous prisons in the world. And they show like the maximum security ones in America. And it was like, the super locked bars and all that shit. They show it was like some weird like desert like Colorado or something. And it was like the worst one in America. This was the one. It was
Yeah.
like the new rock. Basically,
Oh,
there was
I didn't like something.
basically like each person had their own cell, but behind the cell was like a dog cage. So there's no like they normally have like the yard where everyone interacts. They had their individual yards. But then there was one guy who was so dangerous, didn't even get a fucking yard, didn't get a window. They put him in a box. Wouldn't let him talk to anyone. It was the dude responsible for 9/11. It was the guy who planned it and like recruited all those dudes for the airplane. Yes. They say he's not allowed to
in
talk.
Colorado? How to play?
Where the hell?
How do you get locked up?
Where
in
the hell
Colorado?
it was? Wherever it was.
Damn.
They said that he's not even allowed to talk to the guards because he's so persuasive, they'll convince him to do shit. Apparently.
Damn. But that's not okay either. Like I think that like Americans got
You know that guy walking around?
true, but I think that we have this obsession in America with
Mm-hmm.
not with justice, but with punishment.
Yeah.
And that we love punishing people for shit. And we don't like the idea of people like getting theirs later or whatever. We just want to be the ones to do it. So it's like, that's the way I feel about our legal system. It's like, you want to see it. Like even normal people want to see it equal. Like say for instance, somebody gets killed. The immediate response is what? You want that person to get killed.
Mhm.
But is that right though? You know what I mean?
Might
Like,
be.
I don't think it is because it's not your job to decide what should happen to somebody else. Just like it's not your job, but like I can't come into your life and be like, you should go do this and this. You'd be like, who the fuck are you? It's the same sort of thing. It's like people should be responsible for the judgment. The only interaction that should happen is between the person that did it and the person that it happened to. In my personal opinion,
So if somebody came and shot me in the head, you'd be like, all right, let him go.
I wouldn't
No,
be
I
like
wouldn't say
let him go. No,
Like, I mean, yeah, he should definitely go to jail.
yeah,
But I mean, as far as
So he has
like,
3
the
hours
death
on a cop?
penalty.
no, but
No.
I don't know. I think
It's that's what I mean. It's complicated.
It is very
because it's
complicated.
like I wouldn't be like if you shot Nate, I wouldn't be like, oh, let him free and whatever happens to him happens to him. But I'm saying that Americans have an obsession with wanting to see that crime. Like imagine, like we get off on the idea of wanting to see some violent thing happen to that person, as opposed to just seeing justice. Like justice is like, oh, okay, he took your life, So as a result, there should be some corresponding thing that he has to do, as opposed to, well, because he did this crime and I'm emotionally involved in that, I want this to happen to him because blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Well,
There's
what's
a difference in the psychology.
The way I see it though, I think it's so. I'm all right with capital punishment, but that's just because of the way things are in like my parents' country.
Right.
Because there is no capital punishment there. But the thing about it is, I think you gotta be
punishment in Mexico?
no capital punishment is not. Why do you think all these cartel members are okay in prison? They're throwing
That's-
parties in prison. The thing is, so here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Like I think you have to be very careful with capital punishment.
Right.
And I think you bring up a good point. People really just want to see like the fireworks. You know,
Right.
they're not so
They gotta
concerned with
focus.
like the process of the justice.
Yeah.
I think you have to be very careful when you decide to give someone a death penalty. Like you have to make sure that every base is covered, because how many like people in the past have been incorrectly judged to be guilty and have been killed because of an improper way of like running the evidence, examining the evidence, or like
Whatever.
just the way the bias system is. You know, with trials and juries, you have to be very careful and make sure that you're being as unbiased as you can be, especially when it's like a life or death situation. Because yeah, if a family member or someone close to me, you know, you do get that rage, but like it's the justice's part, or like the legal system has to be the one responsible to like calm it down and say, you know what, we have to make sure that the crime or the punishment is in fact appropriate.
Yeah, because it's one thing to want to bring somebody back into society for, depending on the crime, of course. I'm not talking about necessarily murder. Like if somebody, like you go down to a bar, right? You are having a terrible day that day. Like everything is going wrong, everything has happened to you today, and you hate like life right now in this moment, of course. You run into somebody who just amps the situation up. You get into a fight with them, you injure them severely to the point where they like can't walk or something like that. They're still alive, but they can't walk. Now, should you have to do some sort of retribution for that, something to correct the issue if you can? Yeah, absolutely.
Or be in
But-
jail for like 30 years.
Yeah, but we treat in a lot of ways like these people like they are this crime. They're
Like
not the
monsters.
crime. They're a perpetrator of it. They're not the crime itself. The same way like your development, everything has led you to be who you are right now. You're this person normally, but a one bad day can turn you into somebody else for a moment.
Into the Joker.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to use that reference. I was thinking about it, but I was like, I wanted to not go there with it. But it's true. It's like, because I thought about it recently. I was like, I thought about it even in the context of like, what if I just had a terrible day and somebody caught me at the wrong time and I was just not thinking, and next thing you know, this person's dead. Should you spend the rest of your life in prison held away for that? Like, I'm not saying you're right for doing it.
And one day you fall into a vat of green chemicals, and next
And
thing
then
you know,
boom, next thing you know,
you're the Joker.
you're the fucking Joker.
Yeah, and then you murder people for a living, and then
Yeah,
never
and
really
all
face
that-
the consequences.
And Joe, all those time was like cool in the movie. He was like, "You're just one bad day away from being me." Along the same lines as that, it's like that's all that is.
Then you wear them icy ass purple suits
Bro, that's super ugly as hell.
and that purple chrome Lambo.
All right, I'll take the purple chrome Lambo.
I'll
But
take the purple.
I'll
Nah,
take
the
the
suit
purple
come with
Lambo.
it, bro. You
Huh?
can't have one or the other.
I will wear that suit just to have the Lambo. I'll put it that way.
I'd wear that suit and drive a Kia.
You a psychopath. I'm gonna be in jail. You know what? I've rethought this whole process. Yeah, we gotta lock some of these people up.
I still want Conor McGregor's suit.
Oh, the mini fuck you sewn into the suit.
So good.
Yeah, that's
So
that
into
was-
like
that
the
was
thin
immaculate,
stripes, yeah.
That was cool.
But I don't know, man. Like I just think it's complicated.
It's very complicated.
It's a complicated, but I don't know. We treat these people, even with like, I don't know, with any crime, we treat these people like that. And we can get into racial crime in another episode.
That's a 4-hour episode by
It's a
itself.
5-hour. That's longer than this new Avengers movie about to be.
But yeah, because I mean, it's just so connected with crime in general. Like it's, you gotta like combine them. You can't not talk about one without the other.
Right.
All right, on a lighter note,
Yeah, let's bring it back
I
down.
was wondering this week, what is the speed of smell and or a fart?
What's gas, man?
No, so because I
I'm
know,
gonna let the chemist answer.
hold
that.
on, I know multiple people in this room, multiple people have smelled their fart before they've heard it. So is it faster than the speed of sound?
What? I've never
I never
happened to me,
smelled
bro.
it before I heard it.
Yeah.
That's a lie, 'cause I know you have.
I've smelled it. I've smelled it, and then the person said that they hadn't done it yet.
Yes.
Well, are
Yeah.
you talking about like I guess you're taking out the silent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, how
There's no way you can smell it before you heard it.
Uh,
Because sound travels at 300 miles per hour.
what's the speed of smell?
Whatever the rules, Because a room is
Gas
like
fills-
laminar
gas
flow.
fills the volume of its container.
True.
Right.
But a room is like laminar flow, right? It's not like turbulent. Well, it is turbulent because of the nature
Depends
of
how
the room.
fast it's going.
Yeah, so it's like
Are
if
you
it's
wearing pants?
Yeah, these are all
Jeans,
very valuable
jeans,
questions.
Green Mandex.
nylon.
Shorts.
Yeah.
Nylon.
No, nylon. If you fart in nylon. If you fart in a nylon, bro, prepare for that fart to marinate. That is about to be a
You
nightmare.
ever see Rocket Man where he's in the space?
Yes.
He's just like holding the gas boat. It's like, don't let it come over here.
His whole spaceship fills
Yeah,
up.
he's like,
Bro, that fart about to come out like the black smoke from Fern Gully, bro. That's a deep cut.
Fern
reference,
Gully,
ladies and
man.
children.
Oh
all
my
you
goodness.
It's a deep cut reference. But yeah, I think that there's no way it travels faster than the sound. I will say that depending on the room and what you're wearing. Like if you open ass fart,
Yes, that's what I'm talking
if you
about.
spread cheek and
Yeah.
then fart, then maybe
What kind of velocity are we talking about here?
probably comes out of your ass. I guess like 15 miles per hour.
How do you know? How do you
A
measure that?
sneeze is 100, isn't it? A sneeze, I think, is 100 miles per hour.
I forget the speeds, but yeah, I think sneezing
So I'm
is
guessing a
fast.
fart would be lower.
And then how fast does it spread and how far can it spread?
Well, as big as the room is, so it'll fill the volume of the container.
How fast?
But I guess it depends on the size of the container.
Temperature of the room.
If you farted in a
The-
cube,
the
then it'll probably be
density of the
immediate. But if you
gas.
farted
Depends what
like
gases
an
are coming
airplane
out, yeah.
hangar, then it probably takes like an hour to
No, I mean the
dissipate.
rate.
Oh, the rate at which it dissipates? It'd be volumetric, so the size of the room based on the speed of how far it falls. You know
But
what I
it'll
mean?
still expand at some. I wonder what that expansion rate is.
Oh, this ain't no Big Bang, nigga. I got
the Big Bang fart theory.
Yeah, I ain't got no.
I'm not about to
Maybe
argue
there's
that
no
shit.
fart theory. Like,
Big
every
Bang
time you fart, you create a universe. And within that universe,
There's another
there's
thought.
another man who farts
Another man
according
who
to no
farts.
universe. It's an endless loop of farting in the universe. I don't know. That's an excellent question in the sense that like that's because we took mass rate. We took mass rate phenomena.
yeah,
Y'all did.
it's physics.
Yeah,
He
that's
did.
true,
Yeah, I stopped the statistics.
Yeah.
I'll start an addition.
And who hired you?
My man said the last math I took was statistics. Bro, mass rate is so far apart. That's hilarious. Mass rate is so far above statistics.
That's like lowercase letters to like Ulysses the book.
My first math book versus
Green eggs and ham.
Green Eggs and Ham versus
Dante's Inferno.
Dante's Inferno. Bro, remember that mass rate? Well, I had a different teacher than y'all, but that mass rate final was crazy. It was like 15 different containers, each having their own fluids going down into each separate of the container. It was like, what's the volume flow in each of these containers on the way along it?
Ah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Guy that Thompson gave me one of those. His first test. In one question, it was he had like horizontal I-beam and had 3 wires hanging from it. The wire was connected to a ground. Each wire was a different piece of material. He says he's got like heats the room up to a certain temperature. What angles will the beam turn to? I was like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, fuck all that.
And then,
I would just work for the federal government and call it a day.
and then at the end, he's going over like how he did the test. He takes out his like solution to the problem. It's like 5 pages. He goes, "Yeah, I didn't expect you to get this." I was like, "Yeah, fuck you."
Yeah, because what's that? Temperature based on the material is expansion.
Yeah,
Then expansion depending on the weight of the material or
and
the weight
each
of the
one
beam.
expanded at different rates. So you had to figure out
Right.
which one expand. Which
Yeah, because we did have that.
and then you had to figure out the expansion rate would pull back on one of the other ones.
Yeah,
How
that's
are you
true.
doing
There's
that?
tension and flexion, and then it's oh my god, yeah. See, the 5-page solution sounds about right. Remember in that final
Show your work.
right? Show your work.
Just draw a giant middle finger up.
Yeah, I remember you wrote essays at
Yeah.
one point.
I did, yeah. For the class that I remember, we all took Yoder's fluids class. What the fuck are we doing on this podcast? No, I'm gonna have to cut this conversation off. The people on the outside, what the fuck are they talking about? All right,
Oh, that's true.
yeah,
Hey, you
exactly.
guys
Yeah,
better
we
get
forgot we were on a podcast for a hot minute.
Hmm?
What else is on your list?
Oh, so I know this has been brought up several times in movies and comedy specials.
Why
and-
does a black person always die first?
Yeah, let's go and get that part.
No. So I was watching, what's the newest Star Wars, The Force Awakens? That one?
Damn.
The Last Jedi?
That was not out yet, though,
The
right?
Last Jedi.
Is
Yeah.
that one out yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching The Force Awakens.
Is the N64 the newest system?
Anyway,
Wait,
Kylo Ren's cruising around that big old fucking black spaceship with the gigantic wings, right?
Right.
Well, at one point they showed the inside of this thing. It's just one room. It's just one big like box You tell me Kylo Ren's just sitting in there chilling with all the stormtroopers is normal on the trip out there?
That's a good point.
To Alderaan? He's just sitting there like, there's bullshit on the flight over there?
Bruh, in the second movie, they sucked the god General Akbar straight out the ship.
Yeah.
And no one paid attention. Like, he was on the deck. Yeah, he was on the deck with Leia.
Yeah,
Yes,
he got taken
he
out.
was the most important character aside from Leia.
I thought Leia was going to die in that scene, and I was
She
pissed
should've.
that she did not die.
I was more mad that she didn't. Right.
Yeah,
that
I
she-
wanted her to
yeah.
die right there
Because
and then.
that was right.
Leia's the woman who wears like the white gown. She's the princess.
Yeah. But in the new movie, she's
She's
a
an old
she
lady.
got like what's her name? Her the one woman who plays her. Carrie Fisher died in real life last year, the year before.
I thought that's how they were going to wrap her out of it. I thought, oh, it was great, perfect timing, boom, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's it, and then she's out. But it's just
Wow.
like all Disney is doing with them movies. I was telling a coworker is money. That's all they're doing. They're killing off all the old characters. They can start fresh with some new shit. The problem is the new shit. Nobody knows what's gonna happen now.
Yeah.
Because after that second movie, it's just like okay,
Hey, I don't like that they're trying to jip, what's his name?
who
Well, the black guy's name.
Finn?
Finn.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
they're trying to jip Finn out of the white girl.
They sold
What's wrong
me
with that?
on that movie. Oh yeah, I agree with that. I'm gonna get to that in 2 seconds. I'm gonna rant on that. But right before that, they sold me on the first one because when he picked up the lightsaber, I was like, my boy has
A
at least-
lightsaber.
Yeah, he has Jedi. It is something Jedi related
The
to
God
him.
particle.
Yeah, the guy he's got the God particle. But then he got sliced in it in 2 seconds in the whole thing.
Yeah, you got to wave it. You got to wave it twice.
Yeah, exactly. And then now they gave Finn this girl that nobody knows because you can't like
She's some
I was-
mechanic,
I
some
was telling
Asian
somebody-
mechanic.
I was telling friends of mine, I was like, in movies, or I was telling my roommates, in movies, the black guy can never be. And I'm not saying you want it. I don't personally want to be. I don't care. But the black guy in movies, for some strange reason, can never end up with the white girl. You know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing wrong with either way, but it's just not a standard for that. Like in the same way.
Get out, Elvin. Get
Yeah.
out. Get out.
Fuck out.
What are you talking about?
No, like in movies where there's supposed to be a romantic relationship, or they would normally put a romantic relationship in a movie between these two characters. It never really plays out if the character is of one race and the
Wait,
female
what was
is
the
white.
movie with Idris Elba? Was it?
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba?
Yeah.
What movie?
The chick from Titanic. And it
Oh,
was
I never saw that movie. Was that a romantic
I
relationship?
think it was a romantic.
Oh, okay. Then that might be
I didn't
different.
watch it, but I think.
And then kinda with
Shaft.
with
Oh, man.
Stranger Things, the second season of Stranger Things, kinda with that. One.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like
I'm pretty sure basically
it's not something that I pay attention to super, but I always just bring it up like kissing between the two parties is not really something that you see too much, except for like Will Smith.
Now,
'Cause there's
now you see
a lot of
lot. Now you
yeah,
see
black
a lot.
people
There's a ton
have,
of
yeah,
like,
'cause black people have talked about it for a
multiple-
while. It's the same thing with like Will Smith. Like Will Smith is appealing to everybody. Like Will Smith, like the black people that are appealing to everybody. Will Smith, what's his name? Well, Morgan Freeman, of course.
Will
Denzel.
Smith.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel was a big one, yeah.
And then what's the last one? Like Martin, because Martin was just on Martin, and then Martin and
Chris
what's his name?
Rock, maybe.
Martin and then what's his name?
Dave Chappelle?
Not Dave Chappelle. Well, Dave
Kevin
Chappelle
Hart.
too. Kevin Hart too.
Kevin Hart, yeah.
What's the one? Eddie Murphy. I'm tripping.
Oh, yeah, dude. Eddie
He
Murphy.
dominated
Yeah, he
for like a
dominated
decade.
back in the day, yeah.
So it's just like
That's why he's rich right now.
Yeah, but it's just
Beverly Hills.
that's what we were about to
Dr.
say.
Doolittle's what did.
Dr. Doolittle
Nah.
was what set him over the edge.
Dr. Dolittle is what put me onto Eddie Murphy.
I think
Was
it was-
it?
I think
Beverly
yeah.
Hill Cop is what put him on to a lot of people.
I mean, put me on.
I mean, when I was a
Oh,
kid,
nice.
Dr. Doolittle was first, and I saw his old
Yeah.
stuff, and I was like,
Did
whoa.
you?
Yeah, because Raven Simone was his
I
daughter.
was like,
Right?
what's Dr. Doolittle
Yeah.
doing on the
Yeah.
screen? Cussing?
No, it was. I thought it was Kyla Pratt. What's his name?
Tyler Pratt. Oh,
Was it
dude,
Kyla
this
Pratt
was
that
my
was his daughter?
celebrity crush.
Yeah, she's still.
Yeah.
I think she's still cute. She's
She's
still
got,
really
like,
young.
3 kids.
So we get this is back to the black hour, to the African American
Back
hour,
to the Proud Family.
to the proud. Damn.
Got him.
Damn.
Got him.
My feels.
My feels.
How come there wasn't a white person in the Proud Family?
That's a good
That
point.
is, wait, no,
That
wasn't
is
it?
not a good
There
point.
was a white chick, wasn't it?
There was that white girl.
That tall
white
chick.
girl.
Yeah.
Why did Disney have an obsession with like tall ass, linky ass white girls? They had
Like-
her. They had Pepper Ann.
The chick from
Pepper
Recess.
Ann.
Yeah,
The chick
Recess.
from Recess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn. She was
Pepper
tall.
Jeff. You might create a theme song for the male version
Wait,
of
Pepper
Pepper
Ann
Ann.
wasn't tall?
Huh?
Pepper Ann
I
wasn't
thought she
tall.
was tall. She was like tall and linky.
It was a girl, right?
Yeah.
Pepper Ann was a
Okay.
girl.
She might not have been
tall.
tall. Imagine the
Definitely
dude being
not.
like Pepper Ann.
Pepper Jeff.
That's a sissy ass dude name for a dude.
Oh, yes, that's what. And What if it was a big ass dude though? Like you just sitting there like, my name's Pepper Ann.
Remember Tiny from Crash Bandicoot? And Tiny was like 3 times the size.
Yeah,
of
dude,
Crash
Tiny was
Bandicoot.
this massive like lion
To
thing.
this day, whenever you hear somebody with a small name, that's the first thought that pops in my head is Tiny versus Crash Bandicoot. I don't know why.
So yeah, when he's the first boss at the end, like
Yeah, bro.
Crash
I was
Bandicoot
just
3,
like,
yeah.
what's his name? Tiny, and he comes out and he's like 6 times Crash Bandicoot size.
And he's this huge like saber-tooth tiger thing.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a monster. They're remaking Spyro, by the way.
Yes, I'm excited.
The
Yeah.
Purple Dragon.
Yup.
I'm excited for that because like I didn't play the original Spyros.
Oh, I did.
Year of the Dragon was the best.
That's pretty good. I enjoyed the other ones as well.
Nerds. No.
You brought it up, man.
Huh?
You did bring it up.
You brought it
I
Don't call the kettle black, my friend.
Your nerd is
I can call the
exposed.
kettle black, especially when I'm black myself.
Yeah, well, I'm Native American. You see this nice tan?
Nah, you're white.
Look at this nice tan.
You're white Mexican.
Man, I'll take that 23andMe just to show you.
You spent $100 just to get this argument over with. I've been giving
Yeah,
him shit.
it's the last time you call me white, Open.
I've been calling him white Mexican. He hates me.
That's
No, let's be fair.
It's funny.
He's diet Incan.
Damn.
shit.
You're just
Me.
Irish with a skin disease.
Damn.
What if it came back and
I got read it a lot.
99% Irish?
Yeah, what if it's like...
Oh
no.
You know how funny?
Oh,
no.
Oh no.
You know how funny it'd be if we found out the
Dude.
whole time you were Irish?
That
I
would
would,
be great.
yeah.
O Sanchez.
Oh,
Eduardo O Sanchez.
Sanchez.
O Sanchez Neely.
Dude, I wouldn't mind, like,
Eduardo Seamus.
hanging out with more Irish people.
Legit.
Yeah.
You already wearing green, man.
I know. You have yours. Same thing.
Yeah, halfway
Because
there.
that's half of what being Irish is.
Wearing green.
Wear green every day.
I do like mashed potatoes and Guinness.
That's true.
Lucky Charms.
Together. No.
I do have Lucky Charms in there. Yeah.
Lucky
I had a bowl of Lucky
Our
Charms in
man
the morning.
said Lucky Charms. Oh my fucking goodness. Don't do that to them. Lucky Charms is to the Irish what Taco Bell is to Mexico.
I like Taco Bell.
Alright, that's no. We're not
But
doing
you also
this.
like burritos from BP.
This is true as well.
Damn.
Well, the thing is, Mexican food around here is just okay, man. You know, like I know that you guys over here enjoy it, but at these restaurants, it is
Nigga,
what
you
it is.
enjoy it. You don't want to go to Taco Bell.
Yeah, because it's like
You like
Americanized.
Taco Bell too, dude.
It's fast food.
I feel like you definitely do.
No. I've been a few times, but I didn't go actively to Taco. They went to Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's like American
okay.
food. It's like
Yeah,
American
yeah,
fast
yeah,
food,
yeah.
man. It's
If
good.
I was there, it was because somebody else was there.
But at one point, I think Elvin, me, Eric, and maybe Salou as well did
Yeah,
the
we-
fast food
the
run.
that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Where do we go?
We went to
Remember
Taco Bell.
It was
we went
senior
to
year. We all went.
Arby's. One of y'all picked Arby's.
No, no.
Arby's is the
We
worst.
went to 5 different fast food restaurants and all got an item from the menu.
Yeah, we did.
Yes. We went to Arby's,
Yes.
Checkers.
Drew was in the car.
Yeah.
Joy,
Jory was in the
speaking of which, shout out to the Clown School podcast because that podcast is hilarious.
Definitely.
That podcast
That
is
is
hilarious.
Funny
Yes.
shit.
Batman.
I know you probably didn't even know that. Like, Jory has a podcast, bro, and it is really
Well,
funny.
shout out to Joy's podcast then because that's gonna be dry and hilarious.
Yes,
Nah, it's
his
pretty
humor
funny.
is dry and it's so fucking funny. Yeah. But I was actually on one of their episodes. Yeah.
Really?
I wasn't on the episode. I mean, like, I said the podcast.
Oh, yeah,
I sent the tweet to them. And like they do this little thing at the beginning of the podcast, so it's like pull up to the scene,
Yeah, pull up to the
and like and you have to do some kind of joke related to it. So I said to them like pull up to the scene, and like I said some other stuff, and they like said on the podcast like shout out to Elvin Samuel, and Jordan was like my man's so clean, he put his whole name in his as his Twitter handle. Yeah, but it was funny. But yeah, they're cool, man. They're cool, especially his cousin, man. His cousin's hilarious too. But yeah,
Back to that original Star Wars thing though. There's that one giant room where Kylo Ren's just chilling with people in the spaceship.
facts.
There's no bathrooms in anything ever.
True. What do you? Yeah, like,
No-
movies
nobody
don't
eats.
pee.
Nobody
Eats or pees in movies like that. You got to do both of those things.
And then
That's what the suits are for, man.
no.
That's kind of nasty.
I mean,
You fill up your space.
Wait, to
pee?
pee? Oh, I thought you meant like for nutrients. I was like, I'm absorbing my daily 2,000 calories from this suit
It's
nylon.
a plastic suit.
This plastic suit.
And then also what's the one with the original Death Star? Was that Jedi? Was that?
The Jedi is not all of it.
Anyways, there's that
Which
part.
one?
There's the part where the dudes in the black suits are sitting there where the big ass beam comes.
Mm.
There's no railing there, and there's on a big like fucking metal cliff. And B, they're in a big open room with a giant planet-destroying laser beam with no protection whatsoever.
That's true. There's got to be a lot of radiation.
Yeah.
But they're expendable. There's a reason why you buy new clones. You know what I mean?
They weren't clones. They were people.
You can go get new people.
Clones are people.
That's probably
Clones
what
are
they
people
are.
too.
Those were like contract workers.
Damn.
Somebody went to the construction site and hired those guys.
That's probably why they had to
Fuck
make
up.
clones. They kept running out of people.
Why do people keep mutating and dying?
Maybe it's this giant
This
planet destroying laser.
gamma beam been shooting at planets for the last couple months.
Yeah.
I like how The Force Awakens was so lame in that they just did the Death Star again.
I was gonna bring that up in just a second.
Yeah, it
What
is
is
the
Death Star?
dumbest.
I never seen Star
Oh,
Wars.
the Death Star was like a planet. It was basically like a
A
giant
moon-sized-
moon-sized weapon that they used
Yeah.
to destroy planets.
It was a weapon.
Yeah, it was
think
a
about
weapon.
it
It
like
was-
a
it
It
moon-sized
was a
spear.
base, and
Yeah.
but inside of the base was a weapon, a giant weapon. So it's a part weapon, part base, basically. Like it was like a it's like a carrier ship, and then like it
Yeah,
had
so
like
there's a big sphere of that big moon.
Yeah,
But on one end there's like a flat spot, and there's a big old laser beam that would shoot and blow up planets.
yeah. And so in the Force Awakens, they just did that again, and then in this one they destroyed 3 planets instead of 1.
But they did it all at once, which is kind of cool.
Which
Yeah,
kinda
they
the
did
beam
break.
broke
They
off.
did really show.
Yeah, the beam broke off and then like killed 3 planets. And they just blew that up immediately afterwards. Like in 20 years, these people didn't learn how to cover up holes. Like it's like this is the future, and you got the same shit. Like
History repeats itself.
right? Imagine
For
how
the third
much.
time.
Imagine how much money it must fucking cost to make one 3 times the size of the original that blows up 3 planets instead of 1 per charge.
Where are they getting all these materials for this?
I think there's
Well,
some
the
space
space now,
man.
man.
Yeah.
You have hyper travel or whatever.
Yeah, but do you just order it from like the Acme factory?
There's an Amazon space.
Amazon
I ordered the Death Star for $1 billion. How much did it cost?
Didn't they
$1
touch on
billion
it a
and
little
$1, huh?
Didn't they touch on it a little bit? Like,
Yeah, they said that war never changes, and that there was
Yeah,
always
like,
like
who
resources.
who sells them? Yeah, there was
Yeah.
there's some guys
We're
like, I'm
fighting
selling the
for
boat.
same, so they're
Yeah.
both sides of the same coin. It's like, man, shut up, man. Anybody trying to hear that?
Yeah, because they showed all like the rich
Yeah.
people in Vegas like dropping
Yeah,
money.
dropping coin. You mean to tell me somebody in there got enough coin? Well, maybe to like
To buy a Death Star?
to buy a fucking Death Star?
No.
There's no way. Death Star got to be the most expensive thing in the known universe,
I don't know, man.
and
Think
they
about
blew
it.
it up twice.
I mean, now you're talking about like.
My bad, go ahead.
No, you go.
Can it only blow up planets? That
I'm sure it could blow up what? Oh no, it could blow up shit. Yeah, from
yeah,
light
sun,
years
yeah.
out. Yeah,
That's pretty interesting.
because it was blowing.
Only
Only
planets.
planets.
He hits a person directly, and the person's like, "Oh, I'm good."
The planet's gone.
Yeah, we're all people are just like,
Yeah, we're just going, we're like, we're good.
Space, like,
It shoots an X-wing and it's just like, oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh wait,
wait, no, I'm actually good.
Speaking of which, how has no one? There's all these like researchers of new nerds in the world. How has no one been an X-wing yet?
In real life,
Yes.
I'm sure
We
that's
probably,
development.
yeah. Maybe
Wasn't
it's just not,
somebody
maybe it's not just
thesis-
efficient.
Wasn't
Because
there
I know we've had flying cars for a while. It's just not
Yeah,
efficient.
sure.
Not efficient to
Right, but
maintain.
with all these nerds, one of them's got to be drawing an X-wing somewhere.
I thought somebody's dissertation was somebody wrote a dissertation. I could have sworn it might have been something I saw on like Reddit or something.
I think
where-
someone's already like killed themselves.
Yeah,
trying to
their
do it.
dissertation was like how to build Voltron.
I wanted to do one.
Like, but it was like fully like schematic and everything, like how to design and build a full size Voltron.
because I wanted to do the Dragon Zord from Power Rangers. You hear that sweet
And he
flute
rises
sword?
out of the ground, but he's half built, so he's standing up. He comes out and just a dude on like tiny legs, like walking up. We don't have enough budget for the bottom half.
I got the torso up, but the torso down is just like a shopping cart.
Yeah, I've been moving back and forth with a Walmart cart. What is this podcast?
Pumpernickel.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, today's been more ADHD than normal.
Yeah, this is unusual.
ADHD.
We went from race issues to murder to criminal justice to
Dragon
Dragon
Zords.
Zords.
You were the one transitioning everything.
Astra, I need to back off.
I got another one then.
I need to back off.
So with soccer and golf, soccer obviously being way more popular than golf amongst the world.
Right.
Soccer announcers, super energetic.
Right.
Golf announcers, kind of like taking a Xanax.
I always wondered that. I was
If
gonna
you
ask.
flip them back and forth, would golf become more popular and soccer less popular?
Why aren't golf like sports commenters more energetic? Like you're not out in the field, you're not bothering
I feel
them.
like
They
because you can disturb the golfer,
You are on the field,
right?
Oh, they are on the field.
but they're right there.
Oh, I thought they were just like in a room.
You have to be quiet.
No, I think
You're not gonna hire somebody
Well,
that has personality.
Well, see that I get. Like if you're on the field, you don't want to distract them. But like if you weren't, like let's say you were like watching it from, cause let's say you had like fucking drones on every hole, so you're able to see.
Pause.
Yeah, like a
pause,
station.
Pause the podcast real quick.
If you don't hear this crunching in the background,
It's my man Elvin out here eating seaweed.
he's eating a.
Nice guy Elvin over here eating seaweed.
He's eating a whole sheet. No, I'm sorry. He's eating 2 full sheets of seaweed like a goddamn goldfish.
You know why? That's why people will talk to you, Elvin. That's why strangers want to get right.
Oh, I don't like that one. Man.
I was like, he's not gonna kill me. He's eating seaweed.
He's eating seaweed. Yeah, look at this.
This nigga look like he eats seaweed.
That's why people ask you for rides home.
Excuse me, sir. I know you ain't gonna murder me.
I know you're not
I
tough
go ride
because
down the street.
you're eating a brick of seaweed.
I was like, I drive by in the car, eat some seaweed, and they look over like, yeah, we can get a ride from you. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and there's one girl, and she's like 5'1", and it's just like,
I can take him.
I can take it.
Seaweed?
It's hard to look like a gangster while you're eating sheets of seaweed.
You need to invest in a face tattoo or something.
Hey, I got a 21 Savage.
Preferably an ice cream cone.
You probably have a kale smoothie in your car, don't you?
Yes. No lie, he got
There was actually like, I finished it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I tried.
yeah, so there's a bottle in the back, and it didn't have kale, it had spinach.
Okay, so
Excuse me. Mixed spinach.
Fuck y'all, nigga, I'm down 40 pounds from last year.
because you're eating seaweed.
Yeah,
Hey, you know, oh, that's good. That's good, bro.
Hey, round of applause. Put in the round of applause. Put in the applause break in the podcast when we design the rest of this. I'm gonna go back to my seaweed. Fuck y'all. Continue the question.
Perhaps Elvin calls Eddie white because he's insecure about him actually being white because he's eating kale.
Maybe I'll call Eddie white because Eddie's white.
Oh. But no, though, do you think like maybe they took the golf announcers away and like, put them in a booth somewhere?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So like, if nowadays with the drones,
Hype inside the booth.
yeah, you have a booth. You have like, you know, because don't they have them at like?
And on
Right. There was a couple hole-in-ones, right? Like, don't they like, oh, here it goes, and just like make it really big, you know?
Would that hype up the crowd for golf?
I don't think so.
Because you'd have like Happy Gilmore type
Well,
stuff.
I mean, you
you're
gotta
also
think
looking
about
at
who
the
is
sport. Yeah,
in the
you have to
crowd.
pay attention to the audience of the
Yeah,
sport.
they're
Like,
like,
the audience of
oh.
golf is like either old or there are plenty of young people that watch it. So there's a certain personality, a certain like that is
Yeah.
associated with
Golf
the
is, a,
sport.
golf is a very calm sport. There's not a whole lot of shit going on.
There's not a whole lot of shit going on in soccer either.
Well, I mean,
No,
Yeah,
actually,
actually-
soccer, there's a lot.
There's one back and forth all
Put it
the
this
time.
way: somebody
But
can
it's more
kill you.
energetic.
So you
Yeah.
have more chance of getting killed in a soccer game than you do in a
Yeah,
golf
is
game.
that derived from the crazy announcer though? Any of that?
I don't think any of it is
Nah.
derived from the announcer. The announcer, I
Because
think the
it's more
announcer is
like-
a reflection of the sport, not the
I
other
think
way
it's
around.
different because in
Yeah.
soccer you actually interact. It's multiple people interacting with each other.
Yeah, so you got
Golf
like,
is just one
somebody's
person,
like tripping you up and
and
like,
they're caddy, and they're just swinging at the ball.
Okay, so I guess question: how would you guys modernize the game of golf to make it more?
I would just end it.
I would-
Stop
yeah.
golf.
You
Like,
just golf.
get rid of it.
Yeah.
No, because it, like it doesn't get enough respect, but it's like physically demanding. If you're
No,
Tiger Woods,
it's
he's yoked.
Yeah, I think golf burns. If you walk per hole, golf burns 1,000 calories an hour or some shit like that. It's some crazy shit.
But they don't walk the hole though.
I mean,
They
of course
have
they not. Yeah,
caddies.
because the
No,
holes
they
are
don't.
so far
No,
apart.
they have the caddies.
Yeah, but they're still walking the whole length of the course. It's several miles.
Yeah, and like don't get me wrong, I have attempted golf and like
You look like you did.
I don't
Actually,
hear shit from you.
If you comment eating seaweed,
The only thing you're missing is a pop collar.
Oh, and
Alright.
multicolored eyes.
you literally used to be Tiger Woods.
But no, what you say?
Like, you used to be Tiger Woods.
Why should I be Tiger Woods?
He said used to be Tiger.
Oh, I'm a used to be Tiger Woods. Damn.
There's another example. Black guy getting white girls. He got plenty.
I didn't say like in real life.
Oh.
I meant like in
Oh,
movies. and
I feel
stuff.
like I see it a lot in movies.
I feel like I've seen it recently, but I just
I see
always.
it-
I think
I feel like
usually nowadays.
when I was younger, I felt like there was like this thing about having them kiss the oh,
Oh my gosh, we're falling apart here at the scenes.
nah, it's all good, bro. It's my man left the room to get it. But I think that we could save the argument for something else entirely. I just felt like there's this dynamic that is associated because let's not play ourselves about the history of America. Like, there's an association.
I expect this from Eric. It's more than I expect this from you.
Why do you expect that from him more than me?
He's Eric X.
He's
Bro,
Eric
we
X.
have these conversations on. We just give it to him because he's the most militant about it. But we all have the same ideas. Yeah. He's like Eric used to be until like he got married. He used to be like,
That's true.
yeah, he used to be. Yeah, like this. Did you like this?
Did you take her name?
Damn, you want to tell me?
No, I just want to change my last name.
Do you? You want to change it to Gong? Eric Gong got a flow to
I don't
it.
want to change it to wrong. I just want to change it to something.
X.
Go for it.
Change it to X.
I slick would want to change it to S, but I feel like S is too like cliche, unfortunately.
How many of the Eric X's do you know?
The whole X.
Oh.
Most people change their last name to X because they want to distance themselves from having a name of somebody like a slave.
Make it Y.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because I know a lot of black
Make
people
it
distance
why.
themselves from
Make it Y.
Eric Y.
Eric.
Eric.
No, I started at the beginning. Eric A. No, the beginning.
Just
of
make
the
it an
alphabet.
exclamation point.
Eric. It sounds like a live show on Broadway in the 70s. A one-man show. Eric.
About tap dancing.
Yeah, and you're the X, like both legs out. Eric X. Live in
That is
concert.
clutch. Yeah, I may do that.
That's
You'd
hilarious.
have a good run. You'd probably be like Sinbad.
Oh, damn.
I like Sinbad.
Yeah, I like Sinbad.
You're like the only person, man.
Oh, not so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I removed Sinbad from my brain entirely.
Yeah, right.
Not for real, man.
Wikipedia thought he was dead. No bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on I think the Breakfast Club or something. He was like he was talking or no, he had his own stand up like a couple years back and he was like apparently Wikipedia thinks I'm dead.
Shout out to Sid.
Because that's what happens to you, man. Like if you're a celebrity and
Out
you
of sight, out of
disappear from the
mind.
limelight for like shit, man, 5-10 years, people will just assume you're dead.
When really what that means is you get money because Lady Gaga disappeared for 5 years and everybody's like, where's the next album? And it's like that bitch was in the back making hundreds of millions of dollars.
I mean, not necessarily. Sometimes
But even if you already made
sometimes
money,
you fall off.
yeah, sometimes you fall off. And then
I
you
wasn't
just,
knocking that, but I mean, like,
poverty.
yeah, I was like, just don't assume that because somebody you don't hear somebody that they're not in the background making money because a lot of times they still
Or
are.
either they're probably just like enjoying themselves. Like I'm
Or
finally
pretty
getting- yeah,
sure
finally
being
getting
in
to
the
sit down.
fame, like the limelight, is awesome.
Yeah, no, I couldn't be like famous, where like I couldn't go like grocery shopping. Like,
How
people
famous would
ask-
you be?
That's a good
How-
question.
what
How
fame
famous would
level?
you want to be?
I would if
If
I
you
could
had
like
to.
pick a level of famous, I would probably be like voice actor famous.
Voice actor.
That's cool.
yeah,
All right, what about you,
some
Nate?
radio.
Probably 0. I want all the money but no fame. I
That's
want
the
the
ideal
total
goal.
inverse. I want no one to know who I am. I want to be like the dude behind the scenes.
You already got that.
What?
You already got that.
I live in the
Nobody
ghetto.
knows who you are.
I live in the ghetto.
He does not live in the
Fame.
ghetto, bro. Huh?
All right, so you prefer 0 fame.
Yeah, I want no one to know who I am. I want to be the guy like pulling the strings behind the scenes,
Mm.
making cash.
That's
Like
the move,
the
man.
Koch brothers,
Yes.
essentially. Well,
Oh, yeah, but
less
they got
infamous
the-
than
they
the
got the-
Koch.
Well,
Yeah,
well
Yeah.
that is much of a destruction to the world, but
yeah, with minus
Yeah,
the destruction.
They're
I mean,
so
that's
influential
crazy.
politically.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they
they
have
hold the
fame
control.
because they've been around so long. It's not necessarily because they've done like crazy shit that
yeah,
everybody.
but I'm not like I don't really want to like
Well, they're
Illuminati.
influential because of their oil, because of their money.
Right.
They're each worth like $45 billion a pop.
Mhm.
You know what?
Yeah.
I take it back. I don't want either one. I don't want like extreme wealth either,
Why?
because I think people start like all of a sudden
If
like
people notice you, you have that level.
Well,
of
it depends on how much you flaunt it.
no. I think people start coming out of the woodworks more often. Where you
Like,
say,
like,
There is a
Like
happiness
family
portion.
members?
Of,
yeah,
like,
They're-
hey, happy birthday!
And then like,
Well, like how rich are we talking? Like,
like multi-billionaire.
so you wouldn't want like $50 million?
multi-million is not a big deal though.
Yeah, I'd be okay at $50 million.
No, I'm not
It's
saying
really
it's not a
not
big deal to get to. I'm saying that multi-million isn't a big deal and that you can be nameless and be worth millions. Because there are plenty of people we don't know shit about that are. The U.S. is filled with millionaires. Atlanta's
Yeah.
filled with millionaires.
Yeah, you
I
go
would
downtown.
say-
Yeah,
yeah,
Atlanta's got. There's
Yeah,
millionaires.
there are
I
a
would
lot
say-
of millionaires here.
I
And
would say a
you don't
lot.
even
It's
know
probably like
that.
a handful.
Bro, there are.
It's
Let
a
me look up the
handful,
number
man.
again.
You might actually be
Number of
surprised.
millionaires in the U.S.
But like,
I don't think it's that much.
You might be surprised.
yeah, but like,
I know we do have the most out of the world, I think, and then Russia's coming up in like second.
What about the UAE or something? Some of those guys are
No,
trillionaires.
they have. So yeah, but we have the most millionaires. Like in terms of like,
volume.
there's more millionaires than there are. Like so they have a couple people that are billionaires.
Millionaires by volume.
Wait,
Right.
where'd you pull it from? Source,
All right, well, he's looking
Wall
at
Street Journal,
Mike, Eddie, where would
Phoenix
y'all
Marketing
fit on
International.
the
So
fame
households of at least 1 million
Scale.
per state. So household income of at least 1 million.
I'll be
According to that table,
Twitch.
There's
streamer.
163,144 million in Georgia.
Richie so?
Oh fuck y'all! Y'all have a whole different podcast. We were in the middle of doing what we were just discussing. Fuck y'all! What were you saying?
No, I was trying to get Mike on the thing. You out here reading out loud like.
Yeah, I was reading about what we were just discussing, nigga. You the one with the side conversation. Take your ass to another room.
No, nigga.
This podcast is over. I'm about to wash this thing. Nah, all right, go ahead. What were y'all saying?
Mike said he wanted to be Twitch famous.
I'm gonna be PewDiePie.
Damn.
Was he like just like a Nazi or something?
Yeah, he caught heat for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went just like a Nazi?
He said, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
No bait. What about you?
I want to be balls deep in Pornhub. I want to be on the front page of that shit. That's how famous
You
I
want to
am.
be Pornhub famous. And the general population don't know you, but dudes walking down the street between 18 and 25 are like,
Hey, that
I know
guy.
you from somewhere. That's
Long
long
dick
dick
said
said shit.
Yeah, like, because they won't really recognize you. They're like, you
That's
seem
long dick
familiar.
said shit.
Somebody recognize you from your peers.
And even if they do recognize you, they're not gonna come up and say anything.
No. That's the best kind of famous because they're
Yeah,
like,
you
that
get
guy
a
seems
silent
familiar.
nod from afar, like,
You get the silent nod of approval.
yeah.
You look like that guy.
Fuck's bad vision. No cankles.
That's right, no pig.
No cankles.
The No Cankle podcast.
What about you?
I actually don't know.
Good? That's
You
understandable.
neither one. You don't.
Or as far as fame, probably
Oh.
nah. Yeah, I probably want to be. I wouldn't want the fame.
You would or would not?
I wouldn't.
A cycle between the two. Part of me wants to just to see what it would be like to, even though people still tell you it's not.
I don't see any benefit to it.
I think
either part of me
game just seems
kinda
annoying.
wants it. But I want that.
It has
I cycle between 0 or 100. There's no like, because I either want to see what it kind of feels
You
like.
don't want to be like
be-
Barack Obama famous.
You don't want to be Beyonce famous. Well, no, you do, but like there's a difference because like Beyonce famous is different, right? There's different types of fame because
Yeah.
Beyonce is
Well,
immensely famous, but she
see,
doesn't deal
her
with any.
fan base would do anything. for her.
Right, and
So,
that's
like,
the
you do
difference.
it-
So you can't even
get
fuck
a
with
ton
her.
of loyalty.
Yeah.
You get like a ton of people to like.
You don't want to be infamous. That's what you mean. You don't, because like everybody wants like I think that everybody, not everybody, most people would want the type of fan base she has, where it's
straight
like
respect.
where it's respect, like even to the point like where people shout out in songs now. I met her. That's how famous Beyonce is now. That
Yeah.
up and coming artists are like,
Like-
you can't tell me shit. I met Beyonce.
There's a ton
What?
of people.
Like-
There's a ton of celebrities who like career ended
But
because they said like one
Carrie
song.
Hilson
Yeah, Carrie Hilson.
died in
Yeah,
a
it sucks,
week
too.
flat.
It
She
sucks.
still ain't recovered. It's been like
Yeah,
6
yeah,
years.
yeah. Carrie
Exactly.
Hilson.
Right.
She had,
Exactly.
No, I
she
got
had
it.
that song with
She
Lil
had a
Wayne.
few.
You turning me on.
Turning Me On, she had
Right.
Pretty Girl Rock, which
Yeah.
was on the radio everywhere.
Yeah,
That's her. She made one snide remark about Beyonce. It was in a song, I think.
Yeah,
And Beyonce's fan base came at her so hard she contemplated suicide.
yeah. It's,
And was out of the
it's
scene for like years
I-
and
I-
just started coming back.
I know what kind of famous you want.
What?
You want Bill Clinton famous for you're so famous, someone sucking your dick gets famous.
Thanks for the Dave Chappelle show.
Yes.
Bill Clinton famous is probably pretty good.
This is the old Dave Chappelle show.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
from his like 2001 special.
Yeah.
No, that's a good level of fame. But I think not fame so much as like I want to be more influential. You know?
Yeah, I would want.
I would want power of
associated
influence,
with
yeah.
it. Right.
So you want to be like Stephen Hawking famous?
No, I don't want famous. I just want
He
the
wants
power of
power.
influence. Because there's plenty of influential people that you don't really know
But
that work
fame
on.
gives you power too. Like I said, Beyonce is no different. Beyonce is so.
She's
powerful.
got both. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because of
because
her fame, she's got so much
On the
influence and so
front end,
much.
she can end your career theoretically. She's worth $500 million by herself, so she could shut down any venues you try to go to and not work with people that you fuck with, basically. So she can blackball you by herself, or you could be have a fan base, and if you fuck with her in
They'll
public,
support you with anything
they'll
you
kill
do.
anybody that comes for you, and that's how it is with Beyonce. Beyonce's
Or
fan base
Oprah
is
famous.
so loyal. They call her that queen shit is almost not even a joke. That's how scary
It's
it
really
is.
not.
Yeah, that's how loyal they are to her. Is that
I don't think I want that kind of power. I think I would abuse it.
nothing's
I mean,
wrong with that?
Yeah.
Nothing's
I
wrong
I think
with
I would
that.
abuse it.
That's
I think you would
pretty.
abuse it too.
I think I
You
would.
would.
I can put you there.
That's not good.
Fight for me, my pretties, and you just and you just
I'll throw a hammer in the middle of the ring.
to come to me.
I set up a Thunderdome in Atlanta.
The Thunderdome, and then like there's one sacrifice per month, like to the Nate God.
Two will enter, one must leave.
It's him in the front with a beer in one hand, and a turkey sandwich in the other, just like the statue in the front. Good, and he's just sitting out front of the throne. Witness me.
Yes, I don't want that kind of shit.
That's fair. But like you could have what I mean, I guess, is that at the end of the day, what I'm trying to sum to is that there's types of fame, and that fame can be negative in that you end up with stalkers and shit trying to ruin your life, or fame can be positive in that you have loyal people who love what it is you do, who just genuinely love your craft and love you as a result of it. So I just think that there's types.
Can we reverse this conversation somewhat? I want to talk about the worthlessness of commencement speakers.
Facts.
Who
Until you
was
say
our
bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was
Sunny Purdue, right?
Sunny Purdue,
I
right?
hate Sunny Purdue.
Yeah, it was
And
Sunny Purdue.
Wait,
Because who's going to school for 4 years, fucking off, hearing this commencement speech and saying, you know
Ours
what,
is
I
different,
want to turn
yeah.
my life around now. No, that doesn't happen. I fell asleep during Elvin's.
Yeah,
we were in the
ours was
football
tight.
stadium and I almost fell asleep.
Yeah. Ours was rough because like even my parents and my family were up there and they were just like
I don't listen to this shit.
they were like this shit was 4 hours long and I was like yeah I know and I was like I didn't even know I swear I was so hyped that entire time we were out there that I did not realize we had been out there for 4 hours.
I didn't know either. Yeah.
I didn't feel
The
it.
fireworks came out and I was like, yeah.
I was hyped and by the time it was done I was like it felt like it'd been 30 minutes and I was like man we've been here for 4 hours.
Yeah, I looked at my
Like,
clock
what?
and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
However, that
Remember when they called that one kid? It was like he was like a physics and math double major, and he was like a 4.0 GPA.
Yes.
You mentioned part of the story though. There was an intro. So the whole front row of the UGA stadium is the kids who have 4.0 when they graduated.
Right.
So they go and they have like a special pan. They say, "Don't applaud until we get to the end because we don't want to have
Yeah.
30 applauses for these people." So they pan over there and say the names, and then whatever they graduate with, it's like home ec, English,
Communication.
home ec, and they get to like the 5th or 6th kid, and they get math and physics, and the whole crowd of like 50,000 people goes, "Ooh!"
Yeah.
Ooh.
Everybody let out a ooh. It was crazy. They were like, this man's double major was mathematics and physics. And,
Like, ooh.
God.
And got a 4.0.
And he had a perfect GPA in both of those degree programs. Keep in mind, we all did well at this. In this
Not that
room.
well.
Huh?
Not that well.
We did not do that well. Like because that to me you're either an absolute genius in that it just came naturally, or you were putting in hours that were unheard of.
Which I don't know if it really does that much for you.
And for some reason, all right, let's ask the question that was along the lines of your types of question. If you major in these things, are you just naturally smart, so a lot of it just comes to you, or do you have to work for them?
I think you definitely have to.
You
work.
definitely
think
put
so?
work in, yeah.
I feel like if you choose to be
You can be
a double
naturally-
major
I'll
in
put
something,
it this way: if you were that smart, you would have dropped out and done your own thing.
Yeah.
okay, this is a good
Guarantee
point.
you.
You would have just gone and done your thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
you wouldn't have
just
wasted your
well,
time.
But I mean, if you wanted to go into like research, you would still have to complete a degree program, wouldn't you? Even if you were, I mean, unless something
I guess
took you long
if you were
before
so
that.
passionate about your research, but then you would have already decided on one or the other.
Right.
I figure.
It just seems unusual that I don't know. It just seems because like the same with like computer science. Like I feel like if you got a like if you went through computer science type of degree, not necessarily that you're smart inherently, but I mean like you're probably smart enough to tackle a lot of situations that would come. It just comes naturally to
I
you. A
think
lot of it
that's-
just comes naturally because nobody just picks that like I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do computer science. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
I think that's kind of what draws you to your major. Likely, is you have a natural inclination to whatever it is that major is. Like Eric was naturally probably good, at least to some degree, with computers. So he probably got naturally drawn to a computer degree of some sort.
Actually, that's kind of interesting. I don't know if I was actually.
No?
same. I wasn't
Yeah.
interested in my degree when I went.
I
to
didn't
no,
know,
no.
like no bullshit. The reason why I picked my major because I wanted to know how a calculator worked. How a
Do you know
calculator
how?
works? Yeah, I know how a calculator works now.
how it does how it
I mean, you
iterates
have
the math.
Well, you have like certain programs in it. I guess more than likely I wanted to learn how you press a button, stuff like that. How pops.
How it generates.
But this is when I
that.
was like a kid.
Yeah,
So-
but most people still don't know how that works, myself included.
Well, even telephones, dude. We were talking about this at lunch.
I have no idea
yesterday.
how my phone works.
Yeah, we're talking about isn't it insane that you have this like scintillator in your phone, right? That like is copying your sound into a frequency, and it copies that exact frequency and transfers it over to your cell phone, and you hear my voice.
And it sends it
exactly.
outer fucking space.
Right. And so it collects it all. It collects this frequency into data, but then this data gets compressed back into another frequency, exactly the same, so that it sounds like my voice. That's insane in my head.
It is.
This,
And that's what we learned in electronics, that aliasing. Like that type of aliasing where it's like,
Don't talk about electronics.
all right, never mind. Yeah, no, he's right though. He's right. Never mind.
This spherical orb on a table called a microphone we're talking into right now, I have no idea how this thing works.
It takes all the yellies and then like turns it
Into what?
like it takes all the yells and
It takes all the indies and turns it to
into ouchies. Yeah, and then
There's a lot of work that
and
went
it's-
into this. You know,
yeah, and then it turns it into ones and zeros, and then it saves those ones and zeros. And then
So many ones and zeros.
I know, man. That's a fuck ton of ones and zeros.
yeah, because it's a Fourier transform that happens with the
I
frequency.
forgot about that.
I forgot all about.
Yo,
that.
nerd throwback.
Who was the Heidegger?
Don't worry about that.
Was it Heidegger or was it our electronics teacher?
People don't know.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, people want to know that shit. How long have we gone on? We've been
We've
trying.
been doing this for a while.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Before we cut off, we have a topic that we were supposed to discuss that we didn't.
I thought you
That
said
Black Mike
something.
wrote up.
What's up?
Imaginary numbers.
You right.
Oh yeah, how much of a waste that was.
Santa Claus.
Just to let you take
Yeah,
the floor
so,
now.
so first and foremost, fuck imaginary numbers and everything that they stand for.
Yeah.
If you don't know what imaginary numbers
Yeah,
are,
you tell them, Mike. You tell those already fake things.
Shirt of your cat.
Yeah, what the hell they deserve.
No, so okay, so
Get
I
it,
had a teacher when I was in high school, and she was by far the worst teacher I've ever had in my life. Like,
Man, shout out to teachers.
shout out to teachers who
Are good at what they do.
are good at what they do.
they change
Who care.
lives.
They really do. Man, they really do change lives
If
you
they're
were-
good.
If they're good. But this
Or
one
they're
bitch, man, we had a full petition to get this woman fired.
Oof.
Damn.
Everyone in my grade, intelligent, non-intelligent, whatever, we all banded together. People who hated each other banded together
Jews and Gentiles.
Crimson Bloods.
Yeah, Crimson Bloods.
to ban this woman.
Next
Kendrick
Puerto
Lamar
Rican.
and Drake fans. Banded together.
And she still didn't get fired, and we were fucking salty about it.
Too mighty. That's Thanos in y'all's building. The bitch had the Infinity Gem.
But no, like we got in a, I got in an argument about her, with her about imaginary numbers, and I was just like, one, don't waste my time teaching this shit to us because we're never gonna fucking use it. And she was just like, this shit is important, and I was just like, as an adult, please give me a real life example outside of teaching imaginary numbers that is actually useful, something that I will use in my adult life on a regular basis.
What grade is this?
This was
Kindergarten.
This was
All the kindergarten.
Square root of -1 + 3. It's just like,
I think this was 10th grade,
Okay.
yeah, that's fair.
and it was crickets, and I was just like, all right, cool. I don't waste my time, and I took a nap for the rest of the class, and I was like, yeah, no, fuck that shit. Like,
Did you fail the class or did you pass?
I passed.
Yeah, but I
But yeah, imaginary numbers.
Well,
What's the
we
point?
should probably explain to people who don't know what the hell that is.
imaginary numbers are basically and the square, from what I remember, is the square root of a negative number.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be 1. Square root of -1 is I or J. A lot of it's represented as that. This is the basic.
Or just a
like,
variable because it doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Yeah.
True.
Because
yeah.
it's not real.
Because
It is
I times I is not equal to -1.
Yeah, but it has a huge implications in electronics and electrical systems and electrical engineering. So it has big stuff there, which all of this stuff has a place. But I agree with you in the same sense that like what you're getting at is just what he's getting at is that a lot of schools shit that you learn in school has no applications in anything that the normal person will be going into.
Yeah.
If I was in a specialized school, then maybe imaginary numbers would be a good setting to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
don't get
definitely
me wrong,
I
like-
definitely think like in high school they should like branch it off. Like if
Mhm.
you're trying to do a STEM major, if you're trying to do business.
But that would mean that you'd have to put money back into schools because you only
We
have
can't do
one
that.
teacher. Yeah, if you only have one teacher for that, then
Yeah.
they have to teach
We
everybody
have
the
to
same
build
shit.
2 more prisons first.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we need a prison first. So yeah, like it would be wonderful if we lived in a world where if our tax dollars were, if we took
with the stuff that we
10%,
actually use, man.
yeah, if we took 10 or 20% of what we send for our budget to
military.
the military budgets back into schools, we could do that. We could have not only better
Yeah,
schools, but better
fancy
people
lunch.
going to it.
Fancy
The
lunch.
rest of the class was what?
Fancy lunch.
No, like no bullshit, bro. I had cheese every day of the week in public school.
Bro,
I had cheese
My
fries.
dumbass in 7th grade ate nachos
nachos.
every day for a semester because I thought it was the only thing I could get. It wasn't until like the next semester somebody picked up something else, and I was like, "Yo, we could just grab that," and my mind was blown. Back to the next.
Nice guy.
They call me nice guy. Oh, fuck you.
He's eating the cheese and seaweed sandwiches.
That's why you.
That's why you learn about imaginary.
You gotta take what you want, though.
Right.
Because you eat imaginary meat.
Oh no.
That's why you learn about.
That's why you learn imaginary. But imaginaries, definitely. But like back to the school thing, is like you could do specialization if you did that. Like you could have branches within a normal
There's
school.
just too much money that.
Where you
You
could
don't
have
have-
it could be
yeah.
pre-college theoretically, and that your kids don't. Yeah,
Exactly.
because think about how many of us, like you were saying that about going to your school. It's like y'all both went to Columbia, by the way.
You went to Columbia High,
Yes.
bro.
Yeah, they both
Wait,
went to Columbia.
seriously?
Yes.
Yeah, this is
When
what
did
I'm
you
talking about.
graduate?
I got damn. I'm gonna put my age on. I graduated in 2009.
Yep.
Okay.
When did you
You graduated in
graduate?
2007, right?
6.
Six.
Sis,
okay.
wait. My sister graduated in 2005.
So
Anyway.
Small ass world. All right.
Yeah, that's another. Cause
Another person that
Kamiko went to
survived.
Columbia. Yeah.
Yeah, you did all 4 years?
Yeah, I did. Oh no, actually, I did 3 years there. Freshman, sophomore, and then third year I had to go to McNair.
They sent you to
Golden
McNair?
Crest, bro. Yes, Gucci man. You know he stayed up.
Oh my God! They sent you to
Yeah.
McNair.
That was
But that's for our Atlanta people. they know that struggle.
Dang.
But
yeah.
it's true. It's like we could have spent time going over these types of serious things in high school because it's just like you like how many of us would have benefited instead of teaching me imaginary numbers? How many of us would have benefited from a
finance.
finance or a reasoning class, like a class just about like problem solving, not even necessarily like
Yeah,
mathematical
true.
problem solving.
That's
even,
very true.
like things that you could have used in terms of like we don't have to teach you the skill set, or we don't have to teach you these specific
But we
things,
teach
but
you,
teach
like,
you
a
the
general
skill set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or home maintenance.
Or I actually did have a home ec class.
I had a home ec class too.
Yeah.
No, like, they teach you how to
But
like,
actually,
toilet.
in home
Yeah,
ec
yeah,
class,
yeah.
they didn't teach us like
Ours
basic
was
stuff for
modules,
home
yeah.
ec.
So you just had to fill out like 6 out of 13 modules, and ours was like anything from sewing to cooking to all this other stuff.
But
So
see, I don't think we actually did it. I think everything was like we read about it and we like.
That's
wrote
what I'm
it.
saying.
Oh, we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sewed and we did all of that.
Yeah, but like,
Columbia.
I'm saying I'm talking about like learning like plumb a toilet, wire a house.
Wire a house
That's
might be too
very-
special.
No. That's very like legit though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
no,
if
I
something
think
goes wrong, like
Yeah.
Lord forbid.
Now I gotta pay $3,000 to some guy to come out and do it. versus
Yeah,
just
some
fix the
electrician will
wire
come
real
out there and
quick.
do it.
Yeah, we would have benefited from, you could almost argue that schools should be like people in the community should be allowed to dictate what a school's curriculum should be like. So like if you
I don't
live
know. Well,
so it's
I don't know.
like,
Like a certain community, like maybe you probably have to branch it out to like.
yeah, like if you live in an area where like
Because
you're
if you
set,
live
like, if you're sending the vast majority of those kids off to a tech-based school, your curriculum would be more catered based to that. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like there's a whole bunch of that. If we had the money for it,
Because
you could dynamically
we
change.
have, Georgia Tech's one of the bigger colleges down here.
Yeah.
And
in Emory.
football wise, I don't really necessarily care how y'all feel about Tech, but
Who?
if
Football, what?
Right.
if
How
you
many-
know that if you know that you want your child to go into a like computer generated field, you would want them to learn some more computer skills before they get there.
Right.
One of my friends, like he's been like his dad has shown him how to do pretty much anything possible with a computer from like the time he was in diapers. So by the time he got to college, he had like 10 years of experience.
Yeah. His
doing
father
it.
had showed him so many things that he got hired for an engineering position at a company that was not hiring.
Yeah.
They were not actively hiring.
Yeah, they found out all the stuff he could do, and they were like, we'll make his position for
Yeah,
you."
they found
That's
out the
what
shit
he
he could do and were like, fuck it, we'll find a place to stick you.
Yeah. And he's still there to
And
this
he,
day.
and
But
he
see,
is
that was
so
also-
high in there.
That was
that-
also
yeah.
the parent. Like the parent did all of that investment.
True,
in the
which
child.
also
very
sucks,
true.
yeah, because it's like a lot of parents don't have the resources for it.
But
Or the
also-
time, yeah.
At the time.
But then also like it would be cool if schools had something to assist you with that. Did you know that Columbia had a Cisco certification class?
No,
Yeah, a lot of schools back here used to.
but
used to
Columbia
go
was a
to-
magnet school.
Yeah.
So it had a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wait, it was?
No. Like,
Let's-
No, he's 100%
So like
that
a lot of
Columbia was a
people
magnet
in the
school.
magnet school. So like Salou isn't. He wasn't in our district. He lived in Latonia. He went directly to Columbia through the magnet school. So a lot of people like lived all over Georgia, but they went to Columbia.
I also heard that like there's a misconception
course there
about
was, like-
magnets too.
Yeah. There are.
I mean, the South always attract.
Yeah.
This guy. She stays Fresco.
And on that note, nah,
Oh.
Good ending on that one. That was a good way to end.
Yeah, what time? How far are we going?
Almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, an hour and a half.
Holy shit!
I think that's gonna wrap up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. We
episode
can do this
8.
conversation, but
We definitely talked about like small stuff that like other people will be able to understand.
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
no, we
work
got
out the kinks. We're still at we're before episode 10.
Yeah, this
We're-
is episode 8.
We're like episode 8.
Yeah.
Anyway, this has been episode 8 of
Ish.
the 8-ish of the Pumpernickel podcast. This shit is gay. I'm playing.
Says that eat seaweed.
All right,
Right.
well played. All right.
Hey, catch you guys
No
next week.
disrespect to the gay community.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. Facts.
Yeah, nothing against them, just over.
Facts. Just against me.
Yes.
All right, y'all. This has been
Specifically.
yeah. All right, y'all. It's been good.
Yeah, see you guys next.
See you guys next week.